The real reason why your wholesaling business isn't growing, the real reason why you need to wake up right now and make a change in your life, the real reason why you are currently struggling in your wholesaling business. What I'm going to do today is wake you up to reality, wake you up to what really is going on truthfully in wholesaling real estate right now and what you need to do in 2024 to have the best year ever for success. The honest truth is, a lot of wholesalers are watching this and they're stuck. They can't get their first deal, or maybe they're at 10, 12K a month, but they just can't grow and they're struggling. And the honest truth is, there is a real reason why you're not doing this. And what you need to really wake your butt up, and get to work, guys. There is an epidemic in these wholesalers that they don't know what to do. They are currently struggling and they need to make a change. And so what I'm going to do is wake you guys up and show you the reality of how to actually start growing your business. It's not this fluffy guru type thing where I'm going to get you jacked up to get into wholesaling real estate and then I sell you a course at the end. This is not what it is. What I'm going to tell you is what you actually need to be doing and going. The honest truth is, if you pay me 7, 8, 9 grand for me to look in your wholesaling business, I'm going to tell you the same exact thing. I have helped a lot of people grow. I've helped a lot of people achieve from nothing 10K, 20, 30, 40, 50K, 100K months. And what I could tell you is, from reaching out to these hundreds of thousands of wholesalers I help, there is some fundamental issues you guys have. And what the first thing you need to do is just wake up. A lot of you guys are stuck on autopilot. That's what I'm calling it autopilot mode. You're waking up every single day and you're going through the motions. You're kind of cruising through wholesaling. You're okay making your 100K. You're good doing your one deal every other month, or just, making no deals at all. And you're just cruising. You're doing nothing. What you need to do is actually start making a change in your life, actually going out here and switching things up, understanding what you need to start doing to become successful, truthfully understanding what you need to do to start growing, stop messing up in your life, and actually get rich. Guys, you're not watching this video so you stay poor. You're watching this video because you want the tools. You actually want to know how to succeed. You actually want to know what is the secret to success here in wholesaling real estate. What I'm going to do today is share with it all for you. So let's break this down. This is stuff, I've always said this, but this is the truth, you do not want to hear, but this is stuff you need to hear. So let's talk about this. You're currently watching this because you're not growing. Maybe you haven't got your first wholesaling deal. And we need to have a little talk today. Okay, we need to have a little conversation, a little heart to heart here, where I got to sit in the corner and talk to you. I think a lot of wholesalers are at this point right now and they need a conversation. This is no foo-foo motivational video. This is what you need to do. This is actual fundamentals, actionable game plan steps to make changes. So number one, you aren't growing. You haven't gotten your first wholesaling deal. Why is that? There's a real reason why that we're going to break down, but you need to make a decision today. And I want everybody watching this to make this decision. Think about it, write it down, think hard. Okay. Really hard. And make an actual thought. Okay. Now you're thinking, either you wake up today or you let your dreams die. Now really think about that for a second. Your dreams of financial freedom, your dreams of actually changing your life, your dreams of changing your family's life, your dreams of actually going out here and getting rich and getting your family out of poverty. The dreams that you have for yourself and your family and your future forever, you getting that 9-to-5 job, whatever dream you have, it will die if you do not work. It will die if you do not wake up. It will die right now today if you just keep doing what you're doing that everyone else is doing. If you do what every wholesaling guru tells you to do, you're going to stay like a guru. Doing guru things give you guru results. I've always told you this. And if you're sick and tired of where you're at right now, we are going to make a change and we are actually going to go out here and get rich. Now, what is the real reason why your wholesaling business isn't growing? There's always been one fundamental thing I've seen from most people is your lack of discipline. Let me repeat myself. Your lack of discipline is killing your dream. Your lack of discipline is killing your dreams. So many wholesalers, they want the motivation. They want to get jacked up, ready to go, and super excited. Yeah. But the dang truth here is it's a lack of motivation that's killing. It's a lack of dedication. It's a lack of taking the action every day. It's a lack of doing the boring things every single day that I tell you to do, but you decide not to do it. And a lot of people can get raw-rawed, fired up, excited, but none of them show up every single day and do the work. And so it's the true killer that I see from hundreds of thousands of wholesalers I help out. It's a lack of discipline. It is a lack of actually going out here and showing up every single day and doing the work. And this is what you need to start doing. The boring work that doesn't sound exciting. The ones that I tell you to do, the action game plan steps I give to you. It's that lack of discipline. A lot of people have a why. They have a reason. They want to get the Lambo. They want to get rich. They want all the cool gangster stuff. When it comes down to getting the gangster stuff, nobody wants to do the things that gangsters do and the real winners in this business. And so your lack of discipline is destroying your motivation. It's destroying your dreams. It's destroying everything. And a lot of you guys get momentum in wholesaling. Then you're just like stops because that discipline dissipates. Just showing up every day, even when you don't see the results. This is when the great changes start happening. This is when you actually start seeing changes happen in your life, in your wholesaling business, and all of these things. But you have to have discipline. You have to go out and do the work every single day. This is why I tell everyone make schedules, okay? Go up, wake up in the morning. If I've always said this, but if you wake up in the morning and you already don't know what you need to be doing in wholesaling, you're done for the day. Like you're done. You ain't going to be successful. When I was successful in wholesaling, starting out, I knew exactly how many bandit signs I needed to go out for the day. I knew who I needed to follow up with, and I was going to do anything in my power to get more deals, change my life, to get out of this stupid bag boy job, do all these things. The truth is, you wake up in the morning, you don't even know what to do. You're already behind the 8 ball because there's a hungry kid right now, a starving kid right now in wherever your market is saying, you know what? I'm sick of my job. I'm sick of where I'm at. I don't want to live in my mama's basement anymore. I want to retire my mom. I don't want her to work 2 jobs just to support me and my family and my brothers and sisters. I'm going to do whatever it takes to actually become successful. That's who you are going up against right now. Think about that. And that man or woman is going to consistently go out here and make a schedule, stick to it, and become disciplined so they can get out the mud. But the truth is, you are going out here whining about how tired you are from driving for dollars after working all day. We got single moms out here who got 3 kids and they're working 3 jobs and they're wholesaling and now they're making 20 grand a month. And you have the audacity to tell me, you who lives in your mom's basement, who works 1 job, 9 to 5, is tired? I don't want to hear it. Your lack of discipline is killing your dream. Either your dreams become a reality or somebody else in your market's dreams become a reality. There's 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 wholesaling deals out right now. And you're telling me right now that you're too tired? I don't want to hear it. I seriously don't want to hear it. I had a full-time job. I was wrestling practice, okay? Worked out. And then from there, full-time high school, took college classes on top of that, and then I wholesaled. Think about that for a second. Oh, and I did 10 hours of volunteering on the weekends too. And I got straight A's in high school. Like, what else can I tell you? I did everything. I had no moments. And then when I was in college, all I was doing is cold calling all day. I never made that excuse. I always showed up and did the work. I was making 6 figures in high school doing all this stuff. I was making 6 figures cold calling all day in college, in my dorm room by doing this. The truth is, your lack of discipline is killing you. How did I get rich all that? I was disciplined. I put bandit signs all the time. I called 2 to 7 p.m. 5 days a week, every single week for a year straight. So your lack of discipline is truly killing your dreams. Guys, there's a lot of things that discipline is going to just destroy, okay? I don't care about your motivation anymore. It's about your discipline. Discipline is going to get you way farther than any raw motivational seminar. Yeah, the discipline or the motivational video is going to be gangster. It's going to feel good for a couple minutes. You can get that dopamine hit, put a little rap song next to, I don't know, a lion. And you're going to go, oh yeah. But you showing up every single day, even when you don't have to do it, does well. You guys, you don't have to cold call and be like, yes, cold calling. You can be a little upset. You can be like, I kind of don't think I want to do this. But that's okay. That is okay. There's some days I did not put my bandit signs out with a smile. I was a little upset. I was a little tired, a little cranky, 3, 4 a.m. But you know what? You can do it without a smile if you really need to. You don't have to drive for dollars like, yeah. You could drive for dollars and you're a little upset. You don't want to do it today, but you still did it. And that's the difference between the winners and losers in wholesaling. And so it's going to the gym. You go every single day. You might not want to go today, but you're still going to do it. Discipline, why I love it so much is it makes you and makes wholesaling and marketing and talking to sellers and acquisitions and dispositions. It truly makes it a must for you to do it during the day. Not, oh, I was so busy. Oh, this thing came up. No, you show up every single day and you do the work. That's why discipline will destroy anyone who has only motivation. Okay. Discipline goes over drive or the want of something, right? Or I want to get rich. No. If you truly wanted to get rich, that's all you would think about. That's all you would think about every single day, getting out of where you're at right now. When I was starting out wholesaling, that's all I was thinking about. When I was cold calling, that's all I was thinking about. Getting out of my current situation and going to the next part, becoming a millionaire, doing all these things. So made me a millionaire in 3 years, starting out in wholesaling real estate from 17 to 20 years old. That was 4 years ago. Okay, 7 years when I started, 4 years when I became a millionaire, right? And you think I'm still hungry? Oh, yes, I am. But I can destroy anyone in my market that's more motivated than me because I have the discipline. I show up every single day. I have the teams, I have the people doing the work. I have the discipline. You have to have discipline, guys. If you do not have the discipline, you will not do it. The reason why this is the secret is discipline will create accountability. And so many of you guys are lacking accountability right now. You guys have to become accountable to yourselves. And one uncomfortable truth about accountability that you have to understand today is where you're at right now in your life financially has all been a culmination of your actions and your thoughts. And that might be an upsetting thing to think about, but that's something you really have to understand right now. If you're broke right now, this is because your previous self, due to your thoughts and actions, have kept you at that point. That's okay, because we're here to make a change today. I told you, we're making changes today. But you have to think about this for a second. Where you're at right now is completely associated with your thoughts and your action. I'm a millionaire right now because I became a millionaire at 20 years old because of my thoughts and actions at 17 years old. So I decided I'm going to eat, breathe, sleep wholesaling real estate so I can get rich. I knew this was the channel, the path for me to get rich, become a millionaire, buy rental properties, and just go crazy and keep going from there. You got to do it every single day. Discipline and accountability will get you to that point. As Rick always says, wholesaling real estate is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You have to just show up in a marathon. You don't stop. You just keep going, even when you don't feel like it. There's waves when as some of that ran a marathon. Don't tell Rick, but I did. He didn't. But as some of that ran a marathon, there are waves in the marathon. 10 miles in, your body feels like, oh, this is terrible. And then mile 12, you're like, oh, this is great. And then you got some more miles where it sucks. And then it's waves, but you don't stop. That's the point. And that's what discipline's all about today. Let's talk about discipline, right? Discipline. If you add that and become accountable to yourself, hey, yes, I know I'm not where I need to be right now. And I understand that my thoughts and actions need to have a change because where I'm at right now is not where I want to be. So that means that my thoughts and actions have to change. A lot of people have some crazy thoughts. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, my market's too saturated. It's too bad. It's too terrible. It's so sad. No, guys, you truly have to make this decision in your mind that you are going to change, and you actually start becoming accountable to yourself. Oh, I made 10 cold calls this week. That's not going to get you there. That ain't going to get you there. You have to be accountable to yourself. You can become accountable to me. I will tell you the honest truth though. If you are not doing what you need to be doing right now, you are not going to become successful. You have to make the change. But when you add discipline, you add accountability and you do the work with it, some crazy stuff happens. You consistently get wholesaling deals because you create consistent marketing, and that creates consistent lead flow. And when you get consistent lead flow, you consistently grow. So if you want to grow, you're going to have to go. Think about that for a second. If you want to grow, you're going to have to go. So if you're here to grow in your wholesaling business, you're stuck where you're at right now, we're going to be adding some discipline in here. And a lot of you guys feel like you're running a hamster wheel right now. Got to start changing the thoughts and start changing the action. Things in your life come to you by your thoughts and action. Now, there are things in your life right now, I do understand, that are beyond your control, but you have to focus on the things that you can control. And what can you right now control? You can control how much marketing you're doing. You can control how much action you take. You can control your thoughts when you wake up in your morning. You can control the schedule that you create for wholesaling. And last but not least, you can control your thoughts about who you think of yourself, who you're going to be in the future, and the goals that you have in your current life. This is all stuff that is all you. I don't care what Sarah told you at school. I don't care what your mom says about this or your dad. I don't care. It's all about how you think. If you let these wholesaling gurus and everyone tell you that wholesaling sucks, it's illegal, it's terrible, it's all hearsay. Wholesaling is legal in all 50 states. You got to know how to do it in some states. But I'm telling you, if you go to thefreewholesaling.com, it's all in there for you, right? Duh. I think everyone knows that. You can't let these outside forces stop you. I had a guy tell me the other day that it's illegal to wholesale to Oklahoma. And then everyone's like, yeah, it is. When clearly in freewholesaling.com, I share that it is the marketing, not even the wholesaling of the assignment of contract. It's the marketing that changes what you got to do in Oklahoma. And if you do it the way that I teach you, you're already Gucci. You're already fine. But discipline and accountability, that will create consistent lead flow and consistent growth. I love doing one-on-ones. I love talking to people that are trying to get into wholesaling. Maybe they're struggling right now. Maybe they need to get some more success, right? And my favorite part about this is when I'm talking to them and they say, Zach, I haven't got my first deal yet. It's been 4 months. Oh, it's terrible. And they're all crying to me. And all I have to do, you see this little chart right here behind me, like below me. All I have to say is, show me your marketing and I'll show you how much money you made. Oh, I do like 4 sticky notes a week. And that's what I hear, right? And so, guys, if you understand one thing about me is I don't hear excuses. I don't do excuses. I don't do it all. Oh, but this happened, or this is tough, or this is difficult, or I'm struggling because of this. This is anything that is going to give you a roadblock to where you need to be successful. It ain't a thing to me. Okay. There is no excuses. Okay. And I'll tell you this so many times. There's no excuses to your success. And I've always told everybody this, but if you make excuses that is going to stop you from becoming successful, you will not become successful. Your mind is a very, very potent and powerful thing. If you set your mind out to something crazy and you actually believe in it, and you truly believe you can do it and you do the actions to go to that point, you'll become successful. That's how amazing the mind is. But on the other end is if you tell your mind that today's going to be a bad day, today's a struggle. Oh, I'm so tired today. And you're more likely to actually believe these things. And they have shown so many studies, especially placebos, that if you feel like you are sick and tired and bad, your body actually truly turns into that to a point. And yes, there are parts you might have the flu and you might go, I'm perfect, but you're really not. I get it, right? There are always exceptions to this and some laws and stuff like that. I get it. But for most people, if you talk to me why you're not successful and you throw me out excuses, I don't care. I want you to really understand that nobody truly cares about your excuse, okay? Nobody cares. And what that means is nobody cares what you're going to do. So like, I get that all the time, oh, but my mom, my dad says, they say, nobody cares. Just work harder. Cool part about that is your friends, you might care what they think, but at the end of the day, they're not going to care. Maybe your mom or dad, family member, but like no one's going to care. You get into wholesaling, you tell everyone about it. Yeah, I'm super excited. Nobody cares. People listen louder with what you do than what you actually say. So if I have a mom or dad right now and they say, Zach, you don't get into wholesaling, it's bad. And I'm there's 16, 17-year-olds watching this. I get DMs like this every single day. My mom, my dad said I shouldn't get into wholesaling. Then they say blah, 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 blah. Shut up. They don't care. What do I mean by that? Let me tell you the truth here. I've helped a lot of people, a lot of 16, 17-year-olds get into wholesaling, get their first deal. And all of their parents say it's a scam, it's bad, it's all these things, right? Heck, I don't charge them any money. They spend no money and they get big checks, right? I remember this one case, and this always happens. A 17-year-old will run up a $20,000 assignment. Get like me, I got 17, my first wholesaling deal, right? At 17, you got my first deal. What you do is if you can show your parents a $20,000 check signed by a lawyer at a title company, okay? Say, hey, mom, I made this by doing wholesaling houses. This is a lawyer. This is 100% legitimate. And this is a real transaction that real estate investors across the entire country do it. Heck, even publicly traded companies do this. And they say, wow, that's $20,000. That's 2 months of my salary. Heck, for some of them, it's 4 months of their salary. And you made that in 1 month? Wow. You should probably keep doing that. Versus, hey, mom, I'm getting to wholesaling. Yeah, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to get my Lamborghini. I'm going to get all the supermodel girls. I'm going to be so cool. And that's all you say, and you don't do anything. Your parents going to say it's a scam. Wake up to reality. Go be a lawyer, be a doctor, stop this stupid dream. Most people tell you to stop your dreams or give up on your dreams because they gave up on their dreams and they don't want you to become more successful than them. That's how the United States of America is, baby. Nobody really wants you to become more successful than them. They want you to be a little bit below them. So everyone birds on you on your way to the top in wholesaling until you start making more money than them. I've seen that with every single wholesaler that has been my friend, quote, until I start making more money than them, then they get a little upset and they can't make money off of me. And so the truth is nobody cares. So if you're watching this right now and you're scared of what your family's saying or that, just pull up with the check and their opinions of you will change drastically. That means if you fail, nobody's going to care. You fail a cold call, nobody's going to care. No one's going to think anything of it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that, so I get everyone giving me excuses, Zach. I'm tired. Nobody cares about your excuses. I'm not going to give you brownie points and hand you a $15,000 because your tummy hurts today and you can't cold call. I don't like to hear. I don't care. And a lot of people think it's harsh, but it's absolutely true. Your excuses right now will stop you from becoming successful. If you truly create that roadblock in your mind that you can't become rich because you have an accent, you won't become successful. When there's plenty of men and women with accents that make a lot of money cold calling, no problem at all. There should be no excuses to your success. So if anyone tells me right now that they're broke in wholesaling and I say, why is that? And they tell me, because of blah, blah, blah. You have to show me true accountability. And so I think a lot of people know what they need to do, but their mind subconsciously will give them a reason why they're not this. Why are you not rich? The system's rigged, man. The system's rigged. It's not that. You have to cut all of your excuses out. You have to start making a change in your life and start changing everything. There are no excuses to your success. There's zero. You have to eliminate all excuses. Eliminate everything that is bad in your mind of why you won't get rich and successful. I told you your mind is a potent thing, is a crazy thing. If you're actually crazy enough to think you'll get rich, which you should, and you start doing the action for it and you start thinking like a positive person, you will. But you are going to have to make a change. You have to quit the stupid the TikTok. You're gonna have to stop watching cat videos on the internet. You have to change your diet. If you want to get more healthy, you have to change your food diet, right? For your body. But if you want to change your mind, your mental health, when it comes to getting rich, you have to change your diet in your mind. Stop looking at people on the internet. Stop going out here watching weird cat videos or funny videos all day, and you're watching your Kardashians every single day. Start changing the diet. Start putting YouTube channels like this on. Put motivational videos if you want. Stuff that gives you positivity and actually showing you how to get rich. Start thinking about that. Start pouring that in your mind. You will find that you didn't need any of that hoopla, other content stuff. People in the 1920s were able to stay alive without watching the Kardashians, okay? You can live without that pop culture reference. You just have to start working on yourself, guys. You are in your own movie. I've always said this. You are in your own movie. You are the hero in your own movie. Here's the thing. Have you ever watched a superhero movie where the superhero just, destroyed all the villains, no problem? It's like one punch and the guy's dead, and like there's no struggle. There's no big villain because they are all succumbed to how awesome the superhero was. This is literally the plot to One Punch Man, right? But like, have you ever watched a superhero? No, it's stupid, right? Everybody loves a superhero that kind of gets kicked. They kind of get kicked up, right? They kind of get destroyed. They kind of get beat up, and they show up and they come back and they save the day, right? That's why we love Batman. This is why we love Spider-Man. This is why we love Black Panther. Like, why do we like all these heroes? Because they had to go through struggle. They had to go through pain and suffering and terribleness, and they go up and they destroy the villain. The one thing about superhero movies, which I love, is the superhero and the villain always have the same struggle. And what do I mean by that? And this is something you have to think about in your life. Now, this is my analogy. So there's winners and losers in wholesaling. I call the winners the heroes and the losers the villains. All right. If you ever look at the backstory of, let's do Spider-Man, okay, of the Bane, and then you look at, actually, let's do Batman. You think of Bane and you think of Batman, right? Bane and Batman have very similar stories, right? Struggles as kids and all these it's a little different struggle, but they both had struggles. And people are going to go crazy at me in the comments, but it's kind of true though, right? The Bane decided, because of all the pain he had in his life, that he's going to do evil stuff and be a bad guy, right? And Batman decided, because of all the pain and struggle I had to deal with in my life, I'm going to make sure no one else has to do it, and I'm going to be a hero and a force of good. They both have the same struggles, and they decide, actually, let's do a better one. All right, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, right? Father, son. But because Anakin had all this struggle in his life and his heartbreak and stuff, he decided that he is going to go on the dark side and be evil. And Luke Skywalker decided, because of all the crazy stuff happened to him, he's going to be good. And I know it's a little different, right? But they both had struggles. They both went through some stuff, and they said they're going to both use their powers and struggles for a force of good or evil. And you, guess what? The winner and loser in wholesaling real estate, this is the cool part, right? The winners and losers in wholesaling real estate, they both go through the same struggle. They both get cussed at over the phone. They both have to go through cold calling. They both go through periods of getting no deals. And the loser in wholesaling decides, this is all the struggle. I'm going to quit and just be terrible. And just, I want to be a quitter and lose out. And I don't want to do this anymore. And then the winner decides, you know what? I'm going to go even harder. Then they get their first deal and become successful, and they stop making excuses. That's the truth for you to become successful. Nobody cares about your struggle. Nobody cares about all the pain that you're dealing with right now. You just got to suck it up and work harder. I hate to tell you, there's no other wholesaler that's going to tell you this, because when you pay your guru 5, 7, 8, 9 grand, they're not going to tell you to suck it up. They're going to say, oh, I'm so sorry. It's so bad for you. You keep going, buddy. You got this. Oh, it's such, I know it's so hard. And then they give the fakeness. They don't even care. You just got to put the work in. That's what it's all about. And so I think a lot of wholesalers right now, and I hate to say this, but for a lot of you guys, and I would say there's a certain percentage of people watching this, your life needs to get a lot worse until you wake up. And what do I mean by this? If you're watching this right now, and let's say you live in your mom's basement and you're struggling right now and you want to become successful, right? You live in mom's house or whatever, right? And you're 19, 18, right? It makes sense, right? To live like that. And you decide, you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to work too hard. I want to it's terrible. Guess what's going to happen? You're just not going to get in the wholesaling, and you're going to make excuses. You're not going to get rich, right? But the other part, and this is the really fun part, this part I really love, is there's another part of you. And your life has to get worse. Maybe your mom kicks you out, and now you're on the streets. And maybe you're bouncing from couch to couch at your friend's house. Now at that point, you actually want to start working hard. Now you actually want to start getting rich. Now you only want to start doing the work because now you have to do the work, or you're literally going to be homeless. Here's the funny part. A lot of you wholesalers you don't start working hard until you have to. And that sucks. Let me tell you a story. We went to the Flip Book Plus live event last week, and I talked to all these people. They get their first deal. They make their first 100K. One of the two top people at the event learned wholesaling for free, Wholesaling.com, all these things. You know what was the catalyst for them to actually start going from no deals to a bunch of deals? They got their girlfriends or wives pregnant. Think about it for a second. Let me tell you the difference, right? They were kind of dilly-dallying. Just being honest, they were kind of on autopilot. They were not growing in their business, and they decided by accident, I guess, I don't know, that they got their girlfriend or wife's pregnant, and now they're like, oh shoot, I'm doing this for someone other than me and my wife, or me and my girlfriend. I'm actually gonna have a kid. And they start, oh, I got to make a change now because of this. And then they start getting rich. And then because of that. So I want to implement a thing, man, for all these guys out here, just go get, just become a dad. And maybe that will make you work harder. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. But it was absolutely true how these people became successful. That was the turning point when they decided that, hey, you know what? I'm going to stop scrolling on my phone. I'm going to stop watching Instagram stuff because I'm going to be a dad. I actually have to start making a change right now. And they sobered up real quick on that fact. When the truth is, it's like, well, why didn't you do that before you had a kid? Right? And that's always the funniest part. But like, a lot of you guys have to be at a point where it's like, oh crap, I got to make a change. And why do we have to wait till that point? That's crazy, right? But that's the truth. A lot of you guys, your life has to get worse. And that's, not having a kid's not worse, but it's like, whoa, I got to change. So a lot of you guys have to be at a point where it's like, something's crazy, right? So like, don't work hard. Like, just act like you're homeless and go crazy on that, right? I think a lot of wholesalers right now, until something crazy happens in their life, they're not going to actually start making that change. And what I'm begging, my plea to the people watching this today is don't wait till that point. Start doing it now. Because if you don't do it now, that change ain't going to happen. You have to start making the change now. Remember this. Nobody is going to save you. Say that again to yourself. Nobody is going to save me. That's truth. There's no superhero to save your family financially. If you are broke right now, nobody's here to go save you. You have to go save yourself. There's no magic fairy that's going to get you rich. You are your family's last hope. And if you think about that for a second, like, hey, I am my family's last hope. If you're right now, you got your girlfriend, she's pregnant, right? Who's going to help your family out, have financial freedom and being comfortable in life right now? Who's going to do that? Not the baby, right? You are going to have to be your family's last hope to get out of poverty, to retire your mom, protect your family, and do everything. Nobody is going to save you. You have to save yourself. And the best way to do that is by wholesaling houses. I tell you this, you choose today to thrive or die. That's what I want people to understand. Say that to yourself a couple times. I need to make a decision today. Am I going to thrive, or is my business and dreams going to die? And I don't want you to the point where you decide to quit. There are people today that will quit, and there's people today that are going to get rich in the next year. You need to make that subconscious decision what it's going to be. Because you make a decision, I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and whatever happens. That'll not help you out. That ain't going to get you rich. You have to make a decision if you're going to thrive or die. The honest truth in wholesaling real estate, and I've always said this, but winners win and losers lose. Say that again to yourself. Winners win and losers lose. So if you understand that if you want to get rich, you're going to have to be like a winner. And why do winners win? And why do losers lose? Because winners always have a mindset. They always think to themselves, hey, I'm never going to stop. Ever watch a superhero? They always have a good mindset. Maybe they get a little upset, but they always have a good mindset. And the losers, they always lose. So the people watching this, you have to decide yourself, hey, am I a winner or am I a loser? And I hope the majority of people watching this say, hey, I'm a winner. Well, if you truly are a winner, start thinking like that. Start thinking like a winner. Start thinking like a rich wholesaler. You can always do what would Zach do? Would Zach go scroll on TikTok for an hour, or would Zach pull lists for an hour? You got to start thinking like a winner to become a winner. And a lot of you guys say you're thinking like a winner, but you're not doing the actions that a winner does. And when you think like this, you will eventually do the actions of. Winners win, losers lose. So you have to start doing this, guys. There's a clear divide in wholesalers between the people that become successful and the people that don't. You have to make this change. Be a winner or loser. You have to create it. So how do we start doing this? Like, what's the catalyst? What's the game plan? What is Zach telling you to do right now? How do we get out of this rut? How do we actually start becoming successful, right? There's a very, very easy plan I have. Create an upward spiral. Start growing. What is the upward spiral? I've been talking about the upward spiral for a bit now, for a minute, but we got to start doing this. And what is an upward spiral, guys? Everyone's heard of a downward spiral, right? What is a downward spiral? You start, you go to jail for something, DUI, and then, you rob a bank and you go to jail again, and then boom, 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 and then your partner leaves you and blah, blah, blah. And then you're going down a tailspin and everything in life gets worse. This is because of momentum. If you start taking drugs, your life's probably going to go down the drain, right? But the cool part about that is it's not that like it's because you do something wrong, everything goes bad, right? No. But the cool part about that is like, it is momentum. If you start doing bad things, you start thinking bad, your life usually gets worse. And the cool part is that's just momentum, guys. So you start thinking bad, you get worse. Here's the opposite. You start thinking good things. If you start thinking well, if you start making positive changes in your life, usually more positive, greater things happen. And this happens all the time in wholesaling real estate. So it's an upward spiral. If you start thinking differently, usually you start taking better action that I've helped a lot of people get rich with, right? But here's the cool part. You start marketing more, you get more leads. Guess what happens when you get more leads? You get more appointments. When you get more appointments, you usually close more deals. You get more contracts. When you get more contracts and more cash buyers to buy the contracts, and that actually ends up you getting more assignment checks and more money in wholesaling real estate. So what is the moral of the story? More marketing equals more deals. And we got to create this upward spiral now. It's all momentum. When you start marketing more, better things in wholesaling happen. You start making more money, more positive things happen. It's all momentum. You want to start growing? You got to create the upward spiral now. A lot of you guys aren't doing this upward spiral. You have to do the upward spiral now. Make a decision. You're going to create it or you're not. A lot of you guys have the bad mindset. You don't want to make the change and all. You have to change. And change in a better way. Start doing this. Just start marketing more. Okay. What is it? Right? Either you start talking to more cash buyers, either you start talk sellers, you do a little more cold calling, you start pulling some realists, whatever it is, you have to create an upward spiral and then start more money and growing. Stop messing up. Okay. A lot of you guys are screwing your life up right now by not making the change. Do you want to get rich now or do you want to get rich 10 years from now? You have to stop what you're doing right now that's not making you money. Think about it when you're doing things for a second. Is this making me money or is this taking away from me making money? You're scrolling on social media. You're going through all this. You spending 4 hours at the gym when you can really spend an hour, right? You have to start making these subtle incremental changes to start getting rich. A lot of your life right now has to be started with the accountability, with the discipline and freedom to actually start becoming successful, and then you can get rich. Guys, you know right now what you need to do. I think a vast majority of wholesalers already know what they have to do to become successful. A vast majority of them know what it takes to become a rich wholesaler. A vast majority of people know how to learn wholesaling, get it going for free, and start getting rich. You know what you need to do, but most of you guys are not willing to do what you need to do. So what is this? What's my game plan? What am I telling you guys to do right now? How do we start making changes? How do we start becoming a winner? How do we get rich? How do we do all these things, right? How do we start marketing more, all these things, right? Well, I'd say there's homework for everyone watching this today. Things I need you to do. And it's about 50-50. Half of people need to do something and the other half need to do the other thing. So let's talk about the one half. First and foremost, remember how I told you to make 0 excuses? All right. 50% of you guys got to decide which one of these 50% you are. 50% of you need to go to freewholesaling.com. This is a free course. It costs no money at all. Did I mention it's free? $0. You need to go through it and watch the full thing. I will tell you that maybe 90% of people watch this winterfreewholesaling.com. They only watched some videos. Watch all of the videos, okay? Even the ones that seem boring, because you need to know the rules of the game for wholesaling to get rich. And if you need to be, you actually, honestly, heck, you need to be accountable to yourself right now, okay? I love doing one-on-ones because I went through all freewholesaling.com and then they do something that they screw up. Oh, the cash buyer, decided to screw me on the deal. I say, well, didn't you download my contract and use it? Well, I skipped that part, but you said you went through the whole thing. Here's the truth. You have to go through word for word every single video, every single part of that course. I know it's a long course. It's free. If you pay me $7,000 to go through all of it, but because it's free, you're not going to. Let me know in the chat. Do you want me to start charging $3,000 to go to the course? Because I'll do it. I'll charge $3,000 for it. Will that get you to actually start, or should I still make it free? It's a joke. I'm not gonna charge for it. But like, do I have to start what, $500, $1,000 for the course? Like, how much do I have to charge for you to actually start going through the course, the full thing, without skipping it? Tell me what do I need to do? Here's the truth: winners win, losers lose. The losers are going to go through 2 videos and not do anything, not take action. Right? You have to go through the entire course. Half of you probably need to do that watching this and go through the entire thing. No excuses. Oh, but I think I already saw that. No excuses. Rewatch it. Reinforce the positive mindsets in there. I made that course because I know you have to go through the whole thing and they'll actually get you rich. 50% of you need to go through the entire course. Let me repeat myself. Half the people watching this, the full course from start to finish. Oh, I went through the full thing 2 years ago. Oh, the course is updated. It updates every month or every other month, okay? So for 50% of people watching this, okay, 50% go through the full course. All right, it's 50% of you. So let's talk about the other 50%. Okay, that actually went through. If you went through the complete course already, then okay, you can go to the other part. But for most of you guys, you have to go through the entire thing. For the other 50%, you need to create a schedule, stick to that schedule, start finding out what lists and channels are actually working for you, and then whatever works, expand on that. You will find yourself you're actually going to start making money in wholesaling. You're actually going to start getting rich. You're actually going to start producing wholesaling deals because you stick to a schedule, you create discipline, and you consistently show up, you consistently market, and you consistently go get wholesaling deals. But I'll tell you, if you're not going to create a schedule, what is even the point of you watching this video for? Create the schedule, produce discipline in your life, actually implement it, and do the boring work every day. Start pulling the list, start skip tracing. You don't have to pay for skip tracing. Don't make money excuse. Why do I give everything up for free? Because I don't want money to ever be the excuse why you can't get rich. Okay. Think about this. Create the schedule, create the discipline, do the work, and you will slowly but incrementally create that upward spiral to actually make you successful. Half of you guys need to go through the free course. The other half has to start doing the schedule, start marketing like crazy, see what's working, and then showing up every single day and consistently pulling up and doing the work and just keep going and going and going and going and then expanding on that to actually make more money in wholesaling. That's the part no one really talks about. If you hit a deal or two right now and you want to know what you should do to get your third, fourth, fifth, 10th deal, whatever's been working right now for you, you should probably keep doing that. And so if something has not been working, maybe we got to try something else. Maybe if the pre-foreclosures aren't hitting for you, maybe start pulling code violations. Heck, go to PropStream or ZachData.com or ListRA.com. Start pulling some high equity lists, testing out. We got to consistently test. Maybe do some SMS text blasting. Oh, I don't want to pay for the text. You can do it on your phone for free. Google Voice. All the methods I teach. It's all in there. Everyone knows the work you have to do. But you have to show up consistently and show up every single day and do the work to get rich. So guys, if you're going to tell yourself you don't not going to make excuses, let me know in the chat. Say, I will make no excuses. I will get rich. I will become successful. Let me know what your mantra is right now. Have you decided in the comments? Let me know. Have you decided you're going to be a winner today or you're going to be a loser? I'd love to see. Let me know in the comments. Also, let everybody know in the comments, where are you coming from? Where can I network with? Who other wholesalers that I can talk to? We have to start doing this stuff. We have to start becoming rich. But the first thing to get rich is to start changing our mindsets. Successful wholesaler. So what's up, guys? We are going to answer some questions you guys have about that. If you want to make excuses, go make your stinking excuses. I don't want to hear them. All right? Put your excuses in a little box, say it, and then throw it and burn it. Okay, I could care less, right? We're ready. You got to go. I'm telling you, we got Xavier, Michigan. What's up, man? Ready to go. Got a winner from New Jersey. Love to see it. I love to see it. Dane, Ohio. Jelson from New York. He decided he's going to be a winner today. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. We got to keep going. So that's it. Super information. Appreciate it.